Hi, I'm Fraser Douglas, the avid tent camper. This week, Ava and I are camped at the White Oak Creek Corps of Engineers Campground down in southeast Alabama. The White Oak Creek Campground is located about 90 miles east of Montgomery, Alabama, and about 5 miles south of Eufaula, Alabama, on the Walter F. George Reservoir, formerly known as Lake Eufaula. The lake was created in 1963 when the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers built a dam across the Chattahoochee River near Fort Gaines, Georgia, and now defines the border of Alabama and Georgia for about 85 miles. White Oak Creek is the most popular of 4 large Corps of Engineers campgrounds on the lake. It has 130 campsites organized into 4 loops. Sites in the Oakwood and Clear Creek loops are only available by reservations, while sites in Mallard Point and River Chase are only available to walk-up campers. We camped in the Mallard Point loop. Although we camped there from Sunday to Thursday in late March, the campsites in the entire campground were about 90% occupied. The campground has many amenities that make it very comfortable for tent camping. About 70% of the campsites were located directly on the water, and the others had a nice water view. The grass was trimmed and the grounds were very well maintained. Small bathrooms were scattered throughout the campground. This is the one across the road from our campsite. It was very clean and had a nice laundry area. Playground equipment was also scattered throughout the campground. This is the area near our campsite. This area was located in the River Chase Loop, and this swing was located on the lakeshore just behind our campsite. A nice pavilion was also located near our site. A fish cleaning house was located near the campground entrance, and the garbage recycle area was exceptionally clean. Most of our neighbors were regulars. In other words, they lived in nearby towns and brought their RVs and boats to the campground often, but they made us feel very welcome. Individual campsites were also comfortable. Typically, each had a long paved parking pad and a gravel auxiliary area. Most had several shade trees and were located on the lakeshore so that campers could moor their boats at their campsites overnight. Tent campers could set up on either the paved or the gravel area, but not on the grass. Each site had water and electric connections, a large, heavy, but movable picnic table, a smaller table which we used to support our camp stove, a fire ring with a cooking grate, a pedestal grill with an adjustable height cooking grate, and a lantern pole. With 2 trees, our auxiliary area was very crowded with little space to set up our tent, but we found a good spot that worked well.
Good morning. Ava and I are camped on Walter F. George Lake down in southeast Alabama, and we're just sort of enjoying relaxing in the bed this morning. It was a cool night, but not too bad, and we thought we'd let you listen to some of the birds.
Like other Corps of Engineers campgrounds, recreational opportunities centered around the lake. Most of our neighbors had their own boats and spent a lot of time fishing. Ava spent a lot of time fishing from the bank behind our campsite, but never caught much. Fortunately, one of our neighbors caught many fish one night and gave us a mess of bluegills, which we cleaned and fried for breakfast one morning. Boy, were they good! Although the lake bottom gradually sloped away from the shore, swimming was discouraged, but several people swam anyway. On the day of our departure, we saw a large alligator about where you see the boy in the water. Army Corps of Engineers campgrounds, like U.S. Forest Service campgrounds and National Park Service campgrounds, are very reasonably priced. The camping fee for each site was just $24 per night with no additional entrance fees. Senior citizens with a Golden Age pass, like me, could camp for half price, so it cost us only $12 per night. That's a pretty cheap vacation. The campground was very safe and secure. At the entrance of the campground managers stationed at a gatehouse identified each visitor that entered the campground. These campground managers lived in their RVs near the gatehouse and frequently drove through the campground to check on things. At 10 p.m., the entrance gate to the campground was locked until 7 a.m. the next morning. Anyone who wanted to enter the campground after 10 p.m. had to park their car at the gate and walk to their campsite. One reason for this campground's popularity is its proximity to shopping areas. A Dollar General store was located just 2 miles away. A Walmart supercenter was located about 4 miles away, and a few large grocery stores and other shops were located about 5 miles away. There aren't any kids' activities in the area, but adults will enjoy driving through the historic town of Eufaula and viewing old Civil War era homes. Occasionally, the town offers tours through some of these homes. We enjoyed browsing through Juanita's antique shop and talking with its owner. We also enjoyed driving down to Fort Gaines, Georgia, and touring the visitor center. It had a nice overview of the cultural history of the area and the history of the lake, along with displays showing wildlife that lived in the area. Ava always enjoys beautiful flowers. In sum, I would rate the White Oak Creek Campground as the second or third best tent camping destination in the state of Alabama. It is a very clean, safe, and well-managed campground that is located near a great fishing area. Its primary limitation is its lack of activities for children. You may want to check it out if you ever travel in the southeastern part of the state. But if you do, make advanced reservations or plan to arrive early in the week. For more information about great tent camping destinations, please visit my website, www.basictentcamping.com, and visit my Facebook page, Modern Tent Camping. Remember, take more trips, travel further, visit more attractions, and save money. Go tent camping.